welcome back, everyone, as we continue our celebration today for Global Love Day on May 1st of each year, our celebration of our humanity. Now we get to go to yet another wonderful board member of the Love Foundation, Candace. It is so wonderful to have you here from beautiful, sunny, gorgeous Hawaii. We're jealous. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me, Harold. Happy Global Love Day. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, so we of course enjoy our board because there's an affinity to the Love Foundation. We all kind of share a resonance of heart, and particularly in Global Love Day, we share this kind of common vision that it really is about a united humanity from the heart center, a celebration of who we are everywhere on the planet. And I enjoy interviewing each of the board members to give everybody a chance to see who else is here holding the vision with us and being such an incredible aspect of what we're doing and sharing the vision and resonance where they are, but also on behalf of the Love Foundation board. So tell us a little bit about Hawaii and how much you enjoy it, because I've heard it, but I think the audience would love to hear your experience of Hawaii.
Well, aloha, everyone. I have lived in Hawaii since 2013, and it's just lovely. It's such a beautiful place, both from a scenery perspective, but also the aloha of the people. The people are so kind and warm and welcoming, so it's really amazing.
You're really great at always coming from that aloha spirit, even though you're somewhat of a transplant from the States, from the mainland. Share a little bit about how Aloha resonates, because it does tie completely into the Love Foundation vision, but share a little bit of your understanding of Aloha, because I think it's very pertinent for Global Love Day.
Absolutely. The really cool thing about Global Love Day is that Lay Day also falls on the same day. And here in Hawaii, the exchange of a lei is an expression of aloha. It's really about honoring the presence with each other, right? And so it totally ties into Global Love Day, and aloha is unconditional love. It's synonymous.
It really is a greeting and a greeting. You greet with aloha, and you, as we could say, depart with aloha. So it's kind of a universal oneness too, which is kind of an unusual expression really anywhere on the planet. I mean, we have namaste, which is a greeting, but we tend to not invoke it quite the same way the aloha spirit comes through.
Yes. And, there are different definitions of aloha. Aloha literally does mean love. And like you said, Harold, it's a greeting. It's also a farewell greeting as well. But it also, you can break the word down, and it kind of comes out to exchanging in the present moment. The breath, ha, means breath. So exchanging ha, the present moment, together as well. So it's really a beautiful word. It has deep layers to it, just like unconditional love. It's a really, really beautiful word.
And then I take it and I go aloha ha, because I like laughter. So we have a lot of love and a lot of breath and a lot of breathing.
I love it. Harold's twist. I love it.
Harold's twist. So it's a perfect time to ask the first of these questions. We, of course, have known each other for quite a while now, and we've enjoyed exchanging understandings. But share for our audience today that's watching in what your perspective, your understanding, your vision of unconditional love, real specifically. How do you see unconditional love? What does it mean to you?
Yeah, for me, it's about recognizing oneness and seeing all as one, and really choosing understanding, awareness, and compassion in all situations. So no matter what is being presented, seeing it from a place of compassion, oneness, understanding, that's what unconditional love means to me.
And as we would know, also beginning within with the same unconditional love. Yeah.
Absolutely. Always, right? Yeah. Always. Yes, definitely.
So because Global Love Day is really about, our theme has been for many years, love begins with me. And the love is obviously the theme for Global Love Day. What's really been your favorite aspect of Global Love Day? What have you enjoyed watching over these many years? Each of the Global Love Days, what stands out to you that makes it so representative of how you see life?
Yeah, Harold, it's really interesting because we have Global Love Day, but and we talk about this all the time with the Love Foundation of it being a daily practice.
Yeah.
And for me, it's unconditional love is the foundation for how I start my day. It's like that's the framework from which I start the day. And going back to Love Begins with Me, it's starting the day with that. Of course, on Global Love Day, but every day, starting the day with that, and then just expressing it and moving forward with that through the inspiration from that. But also on a more practical note, I will say that I really do enjoy seeing how many people embody Global Love Day and unconditional love. And it's been really cool to see the different mayors, the different governors, the different officials go ahead and proclaim May 1st as Global Love Day. And I started off being the Hawaii State Coordinator, and that was just such a fun part to see first the mayor and then the governor really proclaim May 1st as Global Love Day here in Hawaii.
Yeah. And then, of course, the global reach that we have, and realize that we have fellow brothers and sisters all around the world that have come in their own unique pathway into the same understanding of a universal love, an unconditional love. And that really about first and foremost embodying it themselves, which kind of leads into, obviously, Global Love Day is one of our programs, but you also have been brought into the fold as a director for the Love Foundation itself on a broader scale. So Global Love Day is a program for a day, because we, of course, at the Love Foundation see Global Love Day every day, but it's our way of getting it out into the world. How do you see the Love Foundation as an organization in relationship to other experiences you've had, and why have you enjoyed sharing your time and energy and creativity and insights and just your love into the Love Foundation? What makes the Love Foundation unique to you?
I absolutely love the Love Foundation. Not to be cheesy, but really because I reached out to the Love Foundation, and I reached out at a time in my life where I really felt the importance of unconditional love, and I wanted to connect with other people that were embracing this message. And so the Love Foundation for me has served as a really great place to connect with others who are embodying unconditional love and really embodying the message of love begins with me. And so it's been a family. It's been amazing to see our family grow and grow and grow and reach people all over the world. It's just been amazing. The other thing about the Love Foundation and why it's so important to me is it takes theory and makes it practical. And we have these lovely words about, love begins with me and things like that. But the Love Foundation actually encourages us to practice this on a daily basis and really embody it. So it takes it from theory to practice, which I really, really appreciate.
Well, and then because of our kind of global network, and we considered all of a global family when people participate with us, I can imagine also through social media and other venues that you've used, you've realized that there are many individuals on the planet right now that have been awakening to just kind of a universal understanding of love and the importance of love, and not making it just a cast off word. I think that's, you and I share that kind of scholarly background. We've got our degrees and all those types of things. So we've, as you say, we've learned the theory, but it's so different when you actually live the life day in and day out, and strive to remember to bring in love each and every day. And so, we go back into the early 20 teens. You've obviously been practicing before you ever came, along with us, but since you've been around us, can you tell us how you've expanded or morphed over these last so many years, and how is your how I want to kind of convey to the audience, like, why we get so passionate about it is because we really see concrete evidence of a different way of living. It's not just about theory. It's not just about words. It's not just cast off. There's really something going on here. And you, of course, by being around us, you've had a similar trajectory with this. But you yourself, how has the last decade or so been, and how have you seen your life change?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I threw that question in there. That wasn't one I gave you.
I love it. I love it because it really speaks to the profound transformation that has occurred in my life over the last 10 years. 10 years ago, I was really just searching for something that I felt, but I didn't quite have the language for. I didn't know exactly what it was. And then starting to realize, wait a minute, there's something within me, there's a truth within me. And then finding the Love Foundation just kind of solidified this truth that I felt but didn't have the language for. It really helped me connect with others, which was amazing. But just throughout my life in all different areas, I'm so much more connected to myself. And because of that, it then shows up in my relationships. I have much more deeply fulfilling relationships now. I think that's the number one thing that has shown up as this connection with myself and starting within has been reflected in my relationships. My relationships are so much more meaningful and fulfilling. And, from there, it's resulted in just beautiful opportunities, career-wise, with business, all kinds of things, meeting people from all over the world. It's just been phenomenal. And so the last 10 years of transformation have been profound.
Oh, yeah, and you've made some very bold, strong choices in your life. I mean, courageous. I would say courageous because they go outside the norm. And would you say too that over the years you made some of those bold choices early on for different reasons, and you've made bolder choices more conscientiously in more recent years? Do you find also that you're gentler with yourself over each passing year? Because that seems to be a common part that, you can only experience, but you kind of get okay with yourself and your choices.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. There's just this deep compassion for myself. And Harold is right. I've made some really bold decisions before they were right before they were just kind of like, I'm going to do this. And now it's inspiration, right? Really trusting the inspiration from within me and following through, trusting and knowing that it works out perfectly. And I would not be able to follow inspiration without having this foundation and connection with myself. So absolutely, Harold.
So we've kind of been sharing all along, as we gather in our conversations with the board and whatnot, we kind of all understand that this is really an inside-out approach. We go within, and we really become our own best friends. And that's something that I know we each talk about, but really it makes a difference year after year, day after day, moment after moment, because we are really tuning into and trusting ourselves and allowing ourselves to make the choices that are right for us, knowing that when we honor ourselves, we honor everyone around us. And you've certainly been a living example of that as long as we've been able to share this journey with you. And I'm gloating over you because I just adore you as I do all the board and all the people, but I just enjoy watching, the courage and strength that you have from within and make profound choices that others would be afraid to do. And yet you keep showing such brilliant results, because it's not about the manifestation so much as it's about the feeling of the experience as you're going through it. And the fact that you're trusting yourself is paramount through all of this.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you, Harold, and I adore you and John and all the board members and everyone as well. And I do want to speak to what you're saying though, because building that relationship with myself and really starting within has allowed me to be able to make these really bold decisions and things like that. But I will also say that the support from the Love Foundation and other relationships that I've developed over the years has been really, really helpful. And I cannot underestimate the value of having deep connections like we do, our board. It matters. It really does matter. Yeah.
Because we really share from that unconditional standpoint that we honor each other's choices and we don't try to interfere. We try to encourage that inspiration. And certainly you've been there for us in many instances, and I'm glad that we've been able to be there for you. Yeah, and I think we're sharing this today at Global Love. We've never done this before, and this is fun to be able to share the board members out to the public audience so people get an insight to what's going on behind all these posts and memes and things we do, and they see the Global Love Day everywhere. Now there's real faces and real insights from each of us walking the pathway of love. Yes. Which brings us to our final question, and I just can only imagine, because Candace is a incredible photographer, and she happens to probably live in the paradise of any paradise on the planet, and she lets us know constantly by taking these incredibly beautiful pictures. So when I say, how will you be celebrating Global Love Day, I kind of know. You're surrounded by beauty, and I have a feeling you're going to immerse yourself in that beauty. But yeah, any plans for the rest of today in luscious Hawaii?
Yes, Harold is right. I love taking photographs, and Hawaii is the ultimate place to do that. And so, of course, I will be taking some photos today of the beach and the beautiful mountains and the scenery and sharing that. Absolutely.
Well, it's been absolutely a pleasure to share these few moments with you. And I will say that, happy Global Love Day. Thank you for being with us today, but thank you for being with us with the Love Foundation. I certainly encourage anyone that's watching this, reach out to Candace. She's a joy to behold, and I will share her. I promise. I'll share a little bit.
Thank you for sharing, Harold.
I will share you a little bit. But thank you for taking time out on Global Love Day and celebrating our humanity with us, and celebrating each other, and celebrating ourselves, and just outright having fun with it all. We so appreciate you and appreciate you being here today. And with that, we look forward to our next guest, our next board member, and we certainly appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thank you.
Everyone, aloha.
Aloha. Aloha.